Starting a print-on-demand shop is still one of the best side hustles in 2024. And with the industry expected to grow a ton just in the next 12 months, this is the perfect opportunity to get started. Now, with that being said, there is a ton more competition in the print-on-demand industry, especially if you are selling on Etsy. So it's more important than ever to find a really unique way that you can corner a bit of the market and stand out amongst all of the competition. So in today's video, I am really excited because I have some amazing Etsy store ideas that don't have a ton of competition and aren't just your average things that you see every single day. Now, I personally still sell a ton of things like t-shirts and sweatshirts and mugs, so those are definitely routes that are still really tried and true and work really well. But in this video, I'm bringing you some really unique ideas if you want a very niche specific product centered shop on Etsy. Now, this video is kindly sponsored with Printify, who is my manufacturing partner, which that just means that they are the ones that when I sell an item on Etsy, they are printing, packing, shipping, and fulfilling that order. I will have a lot more information about how to use them linked down below in the description, but they are totally free to integrate with and a great partner to choose if you do want to start an Etsy shop this year. Now, with that being said, let's not waste any more time and just jump right into all of these great Etsy ideas that you could run with in 2024. Now, the first type of shop that I want to talk about today is one that has started to get really hot the last few months, and I anticipate it continuing to do really well into 2024. And that is to make a shop that is only centered around selling personalized blankets. Now, personalized products have been really hot for many years, but they continue to be really great items that sell well for birthdays, holidays, and things like that. People like to feel like they are putting a little extra attention and giving something really unique to someone that they couldn't really get anywhere else. So Etsy provides us a really unique opportunity that we can easily sell personalized items. Now, blankets are a great product because a lot of times they aren't a really high ticket price for us to purchase from a manufacturer like Printify, but we can sell them for quite a bit of profit on a place like Etsy. People are definitely willing to pay upwards of $50 for a personalized blanket, so there is a ton of room to make a really healthy profit margin. And with something like a blanket, as opposed to maybe a t-shirt, you are competing against a lot less people to get those clicks and purchases. So my choice for a blanket that is a really low cost to get started with on Printify is going to be their velveteen plush blanket. Now, if you use a production partner on Printify like Swift POD, this is going to run you less than $15 to manufacture. And like I said, you can sell this for $40 or $50, especially if you do offer some kind of personalization. Now, one of the best ways to personalize these is just simply making a name pattern where someone can give you the name that they want on the blanket, and you simply create a little pattern that has their name all across that design. Now, you can get even more specific. You can add more personalized elements, do a bunch of different niches. So you could have maybe a sports themed blanket with a little boy's name on them. Those could do really well. So you could take this a ton of different ways and really create a really profitable print-on-demand business on Etsy by just selling this one type of product. And that way you are not having to compete with all of these other products. You are just focusing on the one thing, which is these personalized blankets. Now, let me know too down in the description if you would want a full walkthrough tutorial of selling something like a personalized blanket, and I can make that for you guys sometime soon. Now, this next Etsy shop idea is one that I really think is going to take off in 2024. And people that are doing these are already making a ton of profit. This is something that I mentioned briefly in one of my previous videos, but I definitely think that in 2024, a lot more people are going to be very conscious about buying eco-friendly products and buying things that are sustainable, that are healthy and good for the earth. Printify actually has a ton of different eco-friendly products that you can sell. There are a few that are my favorites that I'll highlight here, but one of them that is going to be a great seller this next year is going to be their biodegradable phone cases. This is something that is really searched for on Etsy. Not only something that's good for the earth, but it's also really trendy right now. So people are specifically wanting to buy products like this, especially with the rate that people are getting new phones. I think it's important for people that their accessories aren't going to add just a bunch of plastic waste to the the world. So these are also a really low ticket price to buy, and you can sell them for quite a bit on an Etsy store. But there are also a ton of different products you could also add to an eco-conscious or earth-friendly Etsy shop. So they have all sorts of eco-friendly t-shirts and sweatshirts. But another thing that I really love too is their eco-friendly totes. Now, having your own tote bags, bringing your own shopping bags to a shopping trip is something that a lot more people are doing. So they're looking for cute, reusable totes that they can bring with them. And it's really nice if those are made in a sustainable way. So I really like this eco-friendly tote option that Printify has. It's also a really great price point, and it prints super, super nicely. It's very high quality. So I think that if you took the idea of just selling only eco-conscious products in your shop, you could do really, really well in 2024 and kind of have a corner of the market that not a lot of people are competing on. Now, this next Etsy shop idea is one that I personally really love, and it is a super profitable niche to be in, and that is going to be in the mommy and me section of the apparel business. Like I said, I do personally sell a ton of t-shirts, but there is a lot less competition when it comes to kids and baby clothes. So Printify has all sorts of different baby items, one of my favorites being their infant baby rib bodysuit. With Printify Premium, these are less than $8 each, and one thing that is super popular and I really don't think is going out of style anytime soon is buying matching clothes with your baby or toddler. So you could almost get double the amount of products out there by creating one design and putting it on both a mom size shirt as well as a onesie or a kid's size item. And you could really create kind of a name for yourself, a brand, by just being known for the place to go to get these matching kind of coordinating outfits for moms and their babies. And if you already have certain shirts or items that do well, consider putting those on kids items or seeing how you could reinterpret that niche to sell on baby type items. But just the keywords mommy and me or matching set is super trendy. They get lots of searches every single day. So being able to add these kind of items to your shop or creating a shop just centered around these is going to continue to do really, really well in 2024. Now, this next item and shop idea, I think really is probably my favorite one on this list here because it's just so unique, and a lot of people don't realize that you can sell this item with print on demand, and that is starting a niche candle shop. So Printify actually has a huge selection of different candles you can sell, but one that I'm really loving right now because it is great quality but it's a super low price point is their tin candles. Now, these are less than $6 each, so that makes a great price point that even if somebody is spending $15, $16, $17 on one of these, that makes a great price for a gift. Now, candles and mugs continue to be the perfect gift for somebody that you definitely want to get them something, but maybe you're not close enough to know what size shirt or sweatshirt to buy them, or you just want a little something that isn't going to break the bank and it's under that $20 price point. So candles are really the perfect gift for teachers, for your hairstylist, for anyone that you want to get a little something for their birthday or Christmas. Now, with just having a print-on-demand shop that only sells candles, you could take this a bunch of different ways and be super successful. So one way is, again, you could just do all personalized type candle items. So have certain phrases that people could insert somebody's name. Like this could do super well if you had a teacher themed candle and you were able to put something like Miss Taylor on it. You also could really dig into other niches that have been doing super well over the past couple of years. So say you wanted to create a whole line of candles just centered around book lovers and readers, that could do super well. You could do things like this smells like a bookshop, or this is based around certain feelings and themes of books. Also, we have a political year coming up with the election. So even though that might not be something you would think to associate with candles, a lot of people really love buying gifts that are associated with things that they're passionate about. So you can make even like political themed candles, and I know those will do really, really well in 2024. Now, these candles on Printify, they offer quite a few different scents, so you can choose to offer all of those or just certain ones for certain designs, but this is a really great idea for a Etsy shop in 2024 because there is not a ton of competition. Now, the next Etsy shop idea that could be huge in 2024 if you want to just take this and run with it, and that is going to be a straw tumbler shop. Now, in 2023, we saw really the rise of straw cups. People were obsessed with them, taking cups everywhere. And honestly, I think that's a great thing. People drinking more water, promoting being a little bit more healthy. So straw cups could be a really hot item this year. And you could just take this idea and run with it being the single item that you sell in your whole shop. Now on Printify, I really love their Mars Maker skinny matte tumbler that they have. It's 20 ounces and you can customize the whole outside. Now for something like this, if we are trying to compete in that straw cup atmosphere, we really have to do something that makes us stand out. So you're going to want to get really hyper specific, either by personalizing these or doing niches that you might just not find at Target. Because if someone just wants to look up like a cute straw cup, they're definitely going to go with like the name brand that everyone thinks about with those. So you have to be able to offer something that is not widely available at stores, which that is the beauty of print on demand. We can create these really hyper specific niched designs that someone isn't just going to go to Walmart and be able to buy this. So that's thinking about crossing different niches. Like you could do maybe tennis and a mom design, cross that together and make a really unique tumbler, or like even a Valentine's Day dentist design, cross that and get a really hyper specific gift. One of the ways that I have found to break into really competitive niches is by cross niching different things like hobbies and occupations, pets, stuff like that, to create kind of these really hyper specific niches that people are not going to be able to find at just your regular store. So I actually have a free downloadable for you guys in the description with over 40,000 different niche combinations. That would be a great place to start if you wanted to do something like a tumbler shop in 2024. But I really think that a lot of people are going to continue to look for these, and more and more people are wanting to take around a straw cup or a water bottle anywhere they go. So this is a perfect time to start a shop like this. Now, this next Etsy shop idea is something that would be huge around Q4, but with a lot of print on demand sellers, they are spending most of the year getting ready for those last few months to be super profitable. So if you could really spend the early part of the year building up this type of Etsy store, by the time Q4 rolls around, you could make a ton of profit. And that is by creating a matching family pajama shop. Now, this is definitely something that people could buy and could be evergreen all throughout the year, but definitely around the holiday season is when we find people buying a ton of matching family pajama sets. Now, Printify actually has some really cool options for matching pajama sets. They have men's sizing, women's sizing, kid sizing, and babies, all in these matching sets. And again, with something like this, you could get really hyper specific and personalized. So if someone went out to Target or Walmart, yes, they could find matching pajama sets, but they couldn't find ones with their specific family name on them or with even their name. So you could do a matching set, but then someone could submit each of their family members' names and you could put them on their shirt. You can get really creative with stuff like that. Even going into shared family hobbies that there are just really a ton of ways that you could take this and it would be super profitable. What I love about things like this is when you create kind of these matching sets, kind of like with that mommy and me idea that I shared earlier, is when you get someone to commit to that purchase, typically they're not just buying one item. They are going to be buying two at the minimum, to up to like 7 or 8 different items if they want to get stuff for their entire family. Sometimes you even get these family orders for maybe a grandparent is ordering them for all of their family. So you could get 20 or 30 purchases just with one single order. So a lot of times these are really great things to target because they have super high profit margins for every order that you receive. And it definitely would be worthwhile getting started early in the year, really prepping for Q4 so that your items have a ton of time to rank. So they're going to show up by the time people start buying their Christmas pajamas in September and October. Now, if you've never tried Printify before, I highly recommend them to integrate with your Etsy shop. They are just super high quality, really quick turnaround time, and truly some of the lowest cost for items I have seen out there. They're who I personally use and recommend all the time. Now, if you don't know how, I'm actually going to share this video with you guys now that shows you exactly how to integrate your Printify shop with Etsy. It's not super difficult, but there are quite a few steps, so I've created a full guide for you guys to walk you through that process if you do want to get started. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.